molecules. So that's why we are saying that it is equivalent to 2 ATP. So it is also known as step 0. Okay, because it is just an activation step, and this will be processed, or this will be completed in the cytoplasm. Then this fatty acyl CoA will be transported to the mitochondrial site. Okay, then there are some steps that we will see together. These are the some steps. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and 4 steps. How many steps? 4, right? The first step is the dehydrogenase step. In the first step, there is a generation of one molecule of FADH2. Second step that requires H2O, and name is hydratase. Third step is again dehydrogenase, and here what we are producing is the one molecule of NADH, and one molecule of NADH will generate 2.5 ATP. Here it has been written 3, okay, because it is old photograph, but it will only generate 2.5 ATP, and FADH2 will generate 1.5 ATP. Okay, so in the last lecture we have also gone through the calculation part. Fine. So this part we have covered, like 8 acetyl CoA, one molecule of acetyl CoA, again I am repeating, will enter into the TCA cycle. So there is a generation of 10 ATP. So here 8 molecules. So we have 80 ATP, right? That is clear. Now, how many times this beta oxidation will be done for palmitic acid, which has 16 molecule of the carbon? So it is 7 cycles will be required. આપણે ભણ્યા હતા કે we have to divide by 2, like 16 molecule હોય તો એને આપણે 2 થી divide કરીએ 2 નંબર થી, તો 16 divided by 2, that means 8. okay, એટલે આપણે એને 8 વાર ideally process કરવું પડે. But last time જ્યારે last cycle જ્યારે beta oxidation ની થાય ત્યારે એક સાથે 2 molecule last માં generate થાય acetyl CoA. So that doesn't require 8 cycles, so we require 1 cycle less. Simple, it is very logical, so just go through it. So 7 cycles that generate 7 FADH2 and 7 NADH. So that is, you can say 7 into 1.5 and 7 into 2.5, that generates approximately 28. 28 plus 80, it makes 108 ATP. But as you remember, for the activation of one molecule of fatty acid, we required 2 molecules not 2 molecules, 1 molecule's ATP, but equivalent to 2 ATP. So it is 106 ATP molecule will be generated from the one molecule of the palmitic acid. So this is important part. It is separately asked. Okay, it will be separately asked. Like write down the what you can say definition, transport, preparative steps, pathways, energetics, regulation, disorders of beta oxidation. So you are supposed to write whatever it will be asked. Okay, so these are the base. Here it has not been mentioned, but it is for E1 chain. Okay, now regulation, very easy. So first, just imagine if you want to do beta oxidation, what you need first? Fatty acid, free fatty acid. Free fatty acid at now, so beta oxidation thai. Nahi. So first regulatory steps required is availability of the fatty acid. Okay, that is required. Second thing, कोई भी pathway होय body में, any pathway in the body will require insulin and glucagon, either insulin or either glucagon. Now what you need to remember, how you can remember, I will tell you. What is the actually function of insulin? Can you tell me? Main function of insulin is to decrease, okay, to decrease or to, you can say, maintain blood glucose level, right? So just you need to think કે જે આપણે pathway discuss કરી રહ્યા છે, level of free fatty acid in turn is controlled by glucagon to insulin ratio. Fine. So glucagon increase free fatty acid level and insulin has opposite effect. Okay, so simple thing. So glucagon, when it is increasing free fatty acid, what it will be, what is the consequences? When free fatty acid is increased, then go to the first step of the regulation. Okay, when free fatty acid will be increased, beta oxidations of the even chain and odd chain both will be increased. Third, now CAT1 is the regulator of entry of fatty acid into the mitochondria, that is carnitine acyltransferase 1. Okay, that regulates the fatty acid that is present in the cytoplasm, and it will regulate how much fatty acid should enter into the mitochondria. Okay, so that is third one, and last one is malonyl CoA, that is new word for you people, that inhibits CAT1 activity. Okay, so thus during the de novo synthesis of fatty acid, beta oxidation is inhibited. So now for the first year MBBS, de novo synthesis of fatty acid will not be asked. Okay, normally we don't means we just give brief about the de novo synthesis, introduction about the de novo, but we don't ask the pathway for de not clinically important, is very difficult. Okay, so we don't ask it, but still there are some questions which can be asked from the de novo synthesis of fatty acid. One of the question is this, that de novo synthesis of fatty acid, when it is going on, beta oxidation will be inhibited. Because why? That will be the question. The answer will be, so when de novo synthesis of fatty acid is going on, okay, malonyl CoA, that is the main substrate for the de novo synthesis of fatty acid, will inhibit cat1 activity. In short, Gujarati માં અગર હું તમને ફરીથી રિપીટ કરું same વસ્તુ, de novo synthesis, de novo એટલે શું? New. De novo means new. Newer synthesis of fatty acid molecule. Fatty acid આપણા બોડીમાં બનાવે ને જે પ્રોસીજર એને કહેવાય de novo synthesis. Fine. So malonyl CoA નો main substrate છે, એનામાંથી જ બને. Fine. So જ્યારે malonyl CoA molecule બોડીમાં વધી જશે, તો એ શું કરશે? CAT1 ની એક્ટિવિટીને ઇનહિબિટ કરી દેશે. હવે CAT1 ની એક્ટિવિટી ઇનહિબિટ થશે તો ફેટી એસિડ સાયટોપ્લાઝમમાંથી માઇટોકોન્ડ્રિયામાં જઈ શકશે નહીં. સાયટોપ્લાઝમમાંથી માઇટોકોન્ડ્રિયામાં જઈ ના શકે, શું થાય? સિમ્પલ વસ્તુ છે, બીટા ઓક્સિડેશન ઇનહિબિટ થઈ જાય. So here you are supposed to remember these four things. One is availability of free fatty acids, glucagon insulin ratio. In that, glucagon will increase beta oxidation. Carnitine acyl transferase 1 that regulates the entry, and that will be inhibited by malonyl CoA. Fine. Next, this is some basic that defects. If there is a defect, which are the disorder, or you can say if fatty acid cannot be transported inside the mitochondria, what will happen? Fatty acid ના જાય તો એનું ઓક્સિડેશન ના થાય. ઓક્સિડેશન ના થાય તો શું થાય? એનર્જી જનરેટ ના થાય. એનર્જી જનરેટ ના થાય તો બોડીને શું ફીલ થાય? વીકનેસ. વીકનેસને આપણે આપણી ટર્મિનોલોજીમાં શું કહીએ? સારી ટર્મ હાઇપોગ્લાયસેમિયા. ફાઇન. Hypoketotic hypoglycemia, that is the one of the symptoms, or you can say the disorder will be there. Second thing is hyperammonemia. Third one is skeletal muscle weakness, liver disease. These all are interrelated to each other. Last one is acyl carnitine accumulates when the transferase or translocase is deficient. What is transfer? Now you remember that is CAT1 and translocate is the channel જેમાંથી acyl carnitine transport થાય છે. જો એ ચેનલ જ ના હોય અથવા CAT1 ની ડેફિશિયન્સી હોય તો શું થશે? Activated fatty acid જે carnitine સાથે bind છે, that will not be able to transport across the cytoplasm to mitochondria across the channel. So what will happen? Acyl carnitine will be accumulated inside the cytoplasm. So these are the defects that will be you are supposed to go through. Organic aciduria. Okay, it is not serious disorder, so you will not hear about this disorder after this year. Maybe in throughout your MBBS, very rarely you will find out this. So this is actually medium chain acyl CoA dehydrogenase deficiency. So as you know, we have a short chain, medium and long chain. Okay, so medium chain acyl dehydrogenase એક deficiency થવાથી કોઈ તમને એવા severe symptoms જોવા મળશે નહીં. ખાલી શું થશે આમાં? It is first thing combination. તમારે એક વસ્તુ યાદ રાખવાની, આમાંથી બે ક્વેશ્ચન છે. ફર્સ્ટ ઇઝ how much incidence rate? 1 in 2500. So it is very common. Okay, every 2500 લોકોમાંથી એકને થાય. So you can see it is very common. It is the second question is, it is the second most common inborn error of metabolism. Okay, so that is you are supposed to remember. It is the second most common inborn error of the metabolism. આ બે વસ્તુ તમારે ભૂલવાની નહીં. આ repeatedly એ લોકો પૂછે. Organic acid in the body tissue and urine. Okay, એ urine માંથી excrete થશે. તો આનું diagnosis કેવી રીતે કરશો તમે? Patient આવે. So how you, which test you will go through? Just you have to find out the, you have to do chromatography and you have to find out the presence of organic acid in the urine. તમારે patient નું urine examination કરવાનું. Fine. So these are some symptoms: acidosis, vomiting, convulsion and coma. Here it has been written convulsion and coma, but it is not so, because if it is diagnosed in the earlier stage, you can prevent the sources. એવા બધા food આપણે બંધ કરી દેવાના પેશન્ટમાં જેમાં medium chain fatty acid હોય, right? So જ્યારે medium chain fatty acid patient consume જ ના કરે, so what will happen? There is no symptoms. So severe mental physical retardation can occur if it will be in the not diagnosed in the earlier age. Diagnosis confirmed by showing presence of organic acid in urine by chromatography. Treatment is very mainstream of the treatment. Cofactor therapy means coenzyme therapy, substrate removal are general lines of the manager. Substrate removal means medium chain fatty acid. They are substrates. These are some basic things. This will not be asked separately. Just remember the name and few things regarding this one. Now, next one is most important question. Again, it is part of this only. That oxidation of odd chain fatty acid. Okay. Now, just give two and you just think in your brain that at the end of even chain, આપણે જ્યારે even chain fatty acid નું oxidation ભણ્યા તો શું થતું હતું? આપણી પાસે like 16 કાર્બન સ્ટ્રક્ચર હોય તો every cycle like first cycle માં બે કાર્બન નું બે એસિટાઇલ કોએ બનશે, ફરીથી બાકીના રિમેનિંગ કાર્બન હોય 16 માંથી તો 14 કાર્બન બનશે, અગેન સાયકલ રિપીટ થશે, બીજા બે 2 કાર્બન મોલેક્યુલ એસિટાઇલ કોએમાં યુઝ થશે, 14 માંથી કેટલા થઈ જશે? 12. I hope you are getting. It is difficult to explain, but you are getting the point. So that cycle will be repeated. Now, leave that part and think કે આપણી odd chain જ્યારે હોય like 16 કાર્બન ની જગ્યાએ આપણી પાસે હવે શું છે? 17 છે. Fine. Just think. Let's take example 17 carbon. So in the product, can anybody tell me? One will be acetyl CoA and other one be 3 carbon structure, right? Okay, and what is the name of 3 carbon structure? Anybody want to answer? Very good. Yes, right answer. It is propionyl CoA. So just think કે લાસ્ટમાં આપણે બે એસિટાઇલ CoA મોલેક્યુલ વધતા હતા ઇવન ચેનમાં. આની અંદર એક બે કાર્બન વાળો મોલેક્યુલ, એક 3 કાર્બન વાળો મોલેક્યુલ છે. The 2 carbon molecule name is acetyl CoA that we all know, and the other one is propionyl CoA. So all the steps till this are same. So we will not discuss that. Now what we will discuss is we have propionyl CoA. What we are taking that at the last step we have propionyl CoA. So we will start from that only. Okay. Okay. બધા સ્ટેપ સેમ આવશે. જે ઇવન ચેઇન ફેટી એસિડમાં તમને એવું એક્ઝામમાં પૂછાય ફૂલ ક્વેશ્ચન 10 માર્ક્સ નો કે રાઇટ ડાઉન ધ સ્ટેપ્સ ફોર ધ ઓડ ચેઇન ફેટી એસિડ ઓક્સિડેશન. સો યુ આર નોટ સપોઝ ટુ start from the propionyl CoA. You are supposed to start from the activation and everything, but here you are supposed to take the example of 17 carbon, right? And your final products after 7 will be propionyl CoA and acetyl CoA. So acetyl CoA will enter into TCA cycle and propionyl CoA will go through these steps. So which are the 3 steps? Okay, and other thing, if the question is very large question, if it is asked in the 10 mark or more than 5 marks, and it has not been specified that beta oxidation is for odd or even chain, then you are supposed to write down the steps for even chain, and also you are supposed to mention these 4 steps for odd chain fatty acid. Okay, so you will get bonus marks if you write down these steps. Very easy. Okay, so let's start. Okay, now your vitamins has been covered or not? I don't think biotin has been covered. Biotin, vitamin B12 or everything? No. Okay, no, don't worry, no issue, it will be covered. So here, okay, so first biotin આપણે આજે જ ભણી લઈએ. Biotin is very small vitamin. I will just refer what you have to just when you are learning biotin, it will never be asked separate question biotin except viva or 1 mark. So biotin આવે તો તમારે શું યાદ રાખવાનું ખબર છે? તમારું ફર્સ્ટ સ્ટાન્ડર્ડ માં A, B and C શું યાદ રાખવાનું? A, B and C. Fine, યાદ રહી ગયું? A for ATP. Okay, A for ATP, B for biotin itself, and C for CO2. Okay, યાદ રહી જશે? બાયોટીન આવે તમારે ત્રણ વસ્તુ યાદ રાખવાની. A for ATP, B for biotin and C for CO2. તમને એવી ક્વેરી થશે કે સર બી બાયોટીન લેવાની શું જરૂર, બાયોટીન તો ભણીએ જ. Because so whenever you heard the biotin word, you are supposed to combine these three things together, A, B and C. ATP, biotin and CO2, that is carbon dioxide. આ ત્રણ વસ્તુ સાથે જ રહે. Okay, now C stands for not only CO2, it's also stands for carboxylase. Okay, બાયોટીન માં તમારે બાયોટીન તમારું કમ્પ્લીટ થઈ ગયું. બાયોટીન માં આટલું જ આવે. બાયોટીન આવે જ્યારે બી બાયોટીન ઇઝ અ કોએન્ઝાઇમ, રાઈટ? બાયોટીન ઇઝ કોએન્ઝાઇમ. હવે બાયોટીન ક્યારે જોઈએ? બાયોટીન નું એક સેકન્ડ વસ્તુ તમારે યાદ રાખવાની કે કોઈ બી જગ્યાએ there are 2 to 3 exception. Except these 2 to 3 exception, I will tell you whenever biotin will be covered, or the person, other teacher will tell you. એ ત્રણ એક્સેપ્શન, ત્રણ એન્ઝાઇમ એવા છે, એના સિવાય કોઈ બી બોડીમાં કાર્બોક્સિલેઝ એન્ઝાઇમ જ્યારે બી આવે ત્યારે કયો એની સાથે શું તમારે ભૂલવાનું નહીં? બાયોટીન. જ્યાં બી તમે કાર્બોક્સિલ એન્ઝાઇમ લખો, કાર્બોક્સિલેઝ, યુ આર સપોઝ ટુ રાઇટ ડાઉન બાયોટીન. બાયોટીન આવે તો સાથે શું ફ્રી? 2 ગિફ્ટ ફ્રી આવે, સાથે 2 ગિફ્ટ. એક આવે CO2 અને બીજી કઈ ગિફ્ટ આવે? એટીપી. આ ત્રણ વસ્તુ સાથે જ લખવાનું. બાયોટીન, એટીપી અને CO2. ભૂલવાનું નહીં ક્યારે. ઓકે, નાવ આપણે સ્ટાર્ટ કરીએ. ફર્સ્ટ સ્ટેપ શું છે? પ્રોપિયોનિલ કોએ છે. એન્ઝાઇમ નું નામ શું છે? પ્રોપિયોનિલ ઓર નાઇલ. પ્રોપિયોનિલ કોએ કાર્બોક્સિલેઝ. તો કાર્બોક્સિલેઝ એટલે તમારે શું લખી દેવાનું એક્ઝામમાં? પહેલા બાયોટીન. બાયોટીન લખશો એટલે તમને શું યાદ આવશે? ABC, એટલે એટીપી, CO2 એન્ડ બાયોટીન લખી દીધું. હવે પ્રોડક્ટ શું છે? તો પ્રોડક્ટ ઇઝ ડી મિથાઇલ મેલોનિલ કોએ. Coenzyme A. Coe is coenzyme A. Fine. So second step enzyme is the racemase. You know, you have learned this in chemistry of carbohydrate, that racemase is the enzyme which will not give separate product. Okay, that will just convert dextro to levo. So D-methyl malonyl CoA will be converted to L-methyl malonyl CoA. Okay. So you are listening to lecture, so start to speak up. I can't hear you all people together, but when you are alone at the home, when I'm speaking, you can also speak together, so you will get it pronunciation properly and you will also remember it. So propionyl CoA will be converted to D-methyl malonyl CoA, and it will again be converted into the L-methyl malonyl CoA, right? Now you see in the third step, what you are seeing is the mutase. What is mutase? What has been, what more important? That is written in the bracket. It is adenosyl B12. It has been written adenosyl B12. And the final product is succinyl, right? Now, what will be the question for you people? I will ask you. I hope many people has opened the book. Okay, so this question who has not opened the book. So just because I want to think you the logically, that's why. Just think this B12. Vitamin B12 is deficient in some patient. What you are expecting in this patient? Can you tell me? Just logically, you may be wrong. If B12 is deficient, what you are expecting? What will happen? This third step will not be, answer will be third step process nahi thay. But to શું થશે? What will happen if third step will not be done? Anemic megaloblastic. Janvi, yes, Janvi, you are right. That is megaloblastic anemia, but we are not talking about the B12 deficiency, dear. Just wait. All of you, just wait. Listen to my question. We are talking about this reaction. આપણે આજે reaction ભણી રહ્યા છીએ, OR chain. આમાં શું થશે? આ સ્ટેપ્સમાં B12 નહીં હોય તો આની અંદર તમને શું જસ્ટ આપણે બહુ B12 deficiency માં શું થાય એ આપણે અત્યારે નથી ભણી રહ્યા. That are lots of like peripheral neuropathy, megaloblastic anemia, it is subacute combined degeneration. That will all 3 step nahi tha. Very good, happy. But 3 steps nahi થાય તો શું થશે? Just very good, Yashvi. That is simple. The third step process nahi થાય. એની પહેલા શું છે? Just think. What will increase? Succinyl CoA will not be synthesized, right? Kevani Makwana, yes, right. L-methyl, yes, very good, very good. L-methyl malonyl CoA will be increased. Yes, Sanskruti. Yes, right. All of you, we have written should be everyone. Yes, right. Yes, Bhansri, yeah. Everyone, all of you, right. Now, where L-methyl malonyl CoA will be increased in the blood, where it will go? In the urine, right? So So that is known as methyl malonyl CoA aciduria. Okay, તો આ ડિસઓર્ડર થઈ ગયો. હવે તમને એવો ક્વેશ્ચન છે, જસ્ટ થિંક તમને અત્યારે આ કેટલું ઈઝી લાગ્યું, રાઈટ? મોસ્ટ ઓફ પીપલ હેવ અન્ડરસ્ટુડ. આઈ હોપ ઓલે તમને ઈઝી લાગ્યું એવું મને એવું લાગે છે. ફરીથી હું બોલું છું કે તમને એવી કોમેન્ટ હવે પૂછાય છે એક્ઝામમાં, જે પૂછાશે એકાદી એક્ઝામમાં, definitely it will be asked. I am saying it. So question will be like that. Okay, you can note down the question. Vitamin B12 deficiency will lead to methyl malonyl CoA aciduria. Explain. Okay, તો તમે એક્સપ્લેન કરી શકો? How you are supposed to write? તમારે આ બધા સ્ટેપ લખી દેવાના. જો તમારી પાસે ટાઈમ હોય ને 2 માર્ક્સ નો ક્વેશ્ચન હોય અને થર્ડ સ્ટેપ છે અહીંયા તમારે એરો કરવાનું, અહીંયા ચોકડી કરવાની. ઓકે, કેન્સલ માર્ક કરો કે this enzyme will be deficient in case of inactive, not deficient. Enzyme will be inactive in case of adenosine B12 deficiency, and so methyl malonyl CoA will be accumulated inside the body and that will excreted in the urine. So that will lead to methyl malonyl CoA aciduria. આવડે આટલું? તમને જો આ 4 સ્ટેપ્સ ક્લિયર હોય, ઓકે, તો તમને આ વસ્તુ ઇઝીલી આવડી જાય. ઓકે, સો આ ઘણીવાર પૂછાતું હોય છે. સો ઇટ ઇઝ ઇઝી. તમને હવે બીજી વસ્તુ, તમને હું વાયવામાં એવો ક્વેશ્ચન છે હું રિપીટેડલી બધાને પૂછતો હોઉં છું બીકોઝ આઈ લાઈક લોજિકલ ક્વેશ્ચન, કે ઓડ ચેઇન ફેટી એસિડ ઓક્સિડેશનમાં આવડે, અત્યારે તો તમને આવડી જ જશે, પણ એક્ઝામમાં બી આવડવું જોઈએ કે ઓડ ચેઇન ફેટી એસિડ ઓક્સિડેશનના સ્ટેપ્સમાં કયા વાઇટામિન્સ જરૂરી હોય છે? which vitamins will be required for the odd chain fatty acid oxidation? Okay, so તમે કયા આન્સર આપશો? I want let. Okay, again I am telling you people, this is smart question. Okay, આ 4 સ્ટેપ્સ માંથી બી આગળ વિચારજો. So I am waiting for your answer. Okay, B12 is there, right answer. Biotin is right answer. Shreya, happy should be everyone. As I told you again, think out of the box. Okay, जो घना बधा टीचर नो बेस्ट सेंटेंस है, think out of the box. I don't use it, but it is not out of the box actually. Think within the box. So, what is that? B12, biotin. હજી આગળ મેં તમને હમણાં શું કહ્યું તમને થોડી વાર પહેલા કે ઓડ ચેઇન ફેટી એસિડ જે આપણે આ 4 સ્ટેપ્સ છે, ઇટ ઇઝ અ પાર્ટ ઓફ બીટા ઓક્સિડેશન. આપણે આની પહેલાના બધા સ્ટેપ્સ તો કરવાના જ છે કે નહીં કરવાના? ફેટી એસિડ એક્ટિવેશન નહીં કરવાનું, પછી માઇટોકોન્ડ્રિયાના જે બધા 4 સ્ટેપ્સ હતા, ડીહાઇડ્રોજિનેઝ, હાઇડ્રેટેઝ, ડીહાઇડ્રોજિનેઝ, એ બધા કરવાના ને? એમાં કે વિટામિન કોઈ જરૂર હતી? રિમેમ્બર અગેન, રિવાઇઝ કરો બ્રેઇન ની અંદર. કયા કોએન્ઝાઇમ રિક્વાયર્ડ હતા યાદ કરો અગેન. Very easy. So these are right answer. Biotin and B12 is right. Again, which other vitamins? Come on, I'm fast. मैं तुमने hint तो आप ही दी थी. Pantothenic acid, Shreya. Very good. Carnitine is not vitamin. Should be. Pantothenic acid is right answer. Very good. What else? Come on. What is the pantothenic acid was required in the first activation step? Then what is the first step? Dehydrogenase. A step નો વિચારો શું આવે છે? કયું વિટામિન જરૂરી પડે dehydrogenase steps માં? Come on. Very good. 146 students are there. Come on fast. Logical. Dehydrogenase step માં શું વસ્તુ છે? FAD છે. FAD. તો એ કયું વિટામિન થયું? એ કયું વિટામિન? FAD. Right, Mittal. But it is which vitamin? Yes, very good. Diya. Now, vitamin. Yes. Now you are getting the hints. Yes, Sanskruti, you are right. Happy. So B3 is. Don't write B3. You are supposed to write down the actual name. Riboflavin is B2 and B3 is. Yes, Prajakta Om. What is the B3 name? Yes, Shraddha, right. Niacin. Yes, excellent. So, right. So now, okay. No. There is no sorry. This is just. I'm just making a fun. Nothing else. Okay. So just if anybody asks you, as I'm saying, B1, B2 is like alphabet. So always try to answer just a specific name of each vitamin, if possible. Okay. Now, what I'm saying is. Okay, if now again we will repeat, this can be asked in 2 marks. Odd chain fatty acid oxidation will require which vitamin? So you are supposed to write down which one. B2, that is riboflavin. B3 is niacin. Then which one you saw? Pantothenic acid, that is coenzyme A, that is pantothenic acid. Then biotin, and last one is B12. I am not, I think, missing any vitamin. So these are 5. Okay, how many we have discussed? 5 vitamin will require for just one process. Okay, so that's why vitamin is essential. If any vitamin is deficient, this can lead to any disorder. So this is one of the question. After the question, તમે note down કરી રાખજો. It is a request, not compulsion. That will be very useful. તમે જ્યારે વાયવાની પ્રિપરેશન કરવી હોય ને ત્યારે આ બધા ક્વેશ્ચન વાંચી આવવાના. ત્યારે પાથવે વાંચવાનું બહુ ઇમ્પોર્ટન્ટ ના હોય. Nobody will ask you to pick up the pathway. So note down this question, just question. So you can revise at your convenient time. Okay, let's move on. Okay, now second question for you people that you have to think. તમને જે question repeatedly પૂછાય છે, even chain fatty acid is not gluconeogenic, but odd chain fatty acid oxidation is gluconeogenic. Okay, can anybody answer? Why? Okay, any answer, any બેમાંથી એક answer આપો. First I will ask the question and I expect the answer is for even chain fatty acid oxidation is not gluconeogenic, means એમાંથી ગ્લુકોઝ ના બને, ગ્લુકોનિયોજિનેસિસ નો પાથવે ના થાય. કેમ? શોર્ટ માં સમજાવજો. નોટ, I don't need the main anybody question again. Just wait. Propionyl CoA is odd chain, right? I am asking, આપણે એક question next discuss કરીએ. પહેલો question એ છે કે even chain જે આપણે કાલે લાસ્ટ લેક્ચરમાં ભણ્યા હતા, even chain fatty acid oxidation છે, એની પ્રોડક્ટ છે એસિટાઇલ. So this even chain fatty acid or acetyl CoA is not glucogenic. Why it is not glucogenic? Glucogenic, gluconeogenic. Both is the same. No? Okay, fine. So I will answer. Acetyl CoA will end. Yes. Yes, very good, Shruti. Very good. The acetyl CoA is entering glycolytic pathway, Krebs cycle. No, Dia. Shruti, you are right. So what happened? I will tell you now. Listen to me. Acetyl CoA, when it will enter to the TCA cycle, you will think that acetyl CoA can convert to succinyl CoA, then alpha Kg and fumaric acid. And again, I'm just briefing out. So it can again convert, and there is lots of ATP will be generated, and that final oxaloacetate will be generated, and it will enter. But acetyl CoA, how many carbon are there? 2 carbons, and that both carbon will be excreted as a CO2. Okay, so both the carbon of acetyl CoA will not be converted to the oxaloacetate. આ કઈ રીતે ખબર પડે ભાઈ કે એસિટાઇલ CoA ના 2 કાર્બન છે એ બંને CO2 માં જતા રહ્યા? કેવી રીતે રિસર્ચર ને સાયન્ટિસ્ટ ને ખબર પડી? બીકોઝ એ લોકોએ શું કર્યું, એક એસિટાઇલ CoA મોલેક્યુલ લીધો, એના બંને જે CO2 જે કાર્બન છે, yes, very good, Rutam. So they have made that carbon radioactive. So when that are labeled, they are labeled with the radioactive substance. શું થાય, જે CO2 remove થાય છે, એ CO2 માં જોયું કે આ તો બંને કાર્બન નીકળી ગયા. So that both carbon that is present in the acetyl CoA has been removed, and that has not been converted into the oxaloacetate. So they are not gluconeogenic. So that I think I have answered it. Now second question, odd chain fatty acid oxidation or propionic acid is gluconeogenic, or it can be converted to the gluconeogenesis. So I will answer it because we are running late. Okay, you can go through it. So answer is propionic acid. It will enter into TCA cycle at which step? Succinyl CoA step. Which step? Succinyl CoA step, and that step comes after the CO2 elimination step. CO2 નું બને જે નીકળવાના એલિમિનેશન થવાના સ્ટેપ છે એના પછી સક્સિનાઇલ કોએ બને. So propionyl CoA will directly enter into the succinyl CoA, and that can be channeled into the gluconeogenesis through oxaloacetate. Fine. That's why propionate or propionic acid is the gluconeogenic, while even chain fatty acid are not. Next. Now some brief, this cannot be asked separately, but it is for Viva or NEET PG. So here you are supposed to remember fatty acid oxidized by the removing carbon atoms one at a time from the carboxylane. પહેલામાં આપણે કેટલા કરતા હતા? 2 carbons at a time. Here 1 carbon at a time. Second, it is where it is important in the brain. It doesn't require any activation. In the endoplasmic reticulum. પેલું ક્યાં થતું હતું? માઇટોકોન્ડ્રિયામાં. So location is very important. That's why I marked in the red. It is asked in your NEET examination. It's the ER. ક્યાં થાય alpha oxidation? ER માં થાય. Does not require coenzyme. Does not require any energy. Okay, activation નથી જરૂર, coenzyme any requirement નથી, energy ની requirement નથી. Some fatty acid undergo alpha hydroxylation in peroxisome. શું થાય? ક્યાં જાય? Peroxisome. Most of in the ER, but part of fatty acid will be processed in the peroxisomes. Alpha oxidation is mainly used for the fatty acid that have a methyl group at the beta carbon. હવે તમને એવી query થાય કે alpha oxidation ની requirement શું છે? બીટા તો થાય જ છે. But beta carbon ઉપર જો CH3, that is methyl group attached હોય તો beta carbon, beta oxidation ના enzyme કામ નહીં કરે. So for that we need to remove 1 carbon at a time, and for that we require alpha oxidation, right? So major dietary methylated fatty acid name is phytanic acid. Okay, so just brief chair, just go through it. Now this is very, you can say almost each and every NEET or PG examination, pre-PG examination, this question will be there in alternative examination or even each examination. What is Repsom's disorder? So Repsom's disorder is the metabolic error in which alpha hydroxylase, it is other name is phytanic acid oxidase enzyme, will be deficient, right? So what will be the symptoms to the patient? So in this, phytanic acid will be accumulated in the tissue. Now answer me. તમને યાદ રહ્યું હોય તો alpha oxidation કયા organ માં most important છે એવું લખેલું હતું? Brain, right? It was mainly in the brain, right? Somebody answer it. Yes, happy. It is brain. So just remember, brain માં જે વસ્તુ phytanic important છે તો brain માં phytanic acid accumulate થશે તો symptoms કેના related આવવા જોઈએ? Brain related. So which is the most common symptom related to brain is the neurological symptoms, polyneuropathy. These are the main symptoms, right? Regression of the symptoms is observed with the restricted dietary intake. So that is very good. This is very good for us as a treatment કે તમે જ્યારે alpha, that is phytanic acid ની diet ઓછી કરી દેશો તો alpha oxidation બંધ થઈ જશે requirement. તો શું થશે? ધીમે ધીમે symptoms જે હતા એ regress થવા માંડશે, એટલે patient improve થવા માંડશે. So it is reversible disorder. It is a reversible disorder. Milk is a good source of phytanic acid which should be avoided in this condition. Now infantile Repsum disease, it is a peroxisomal disorder. Okay, kya alpha oxidation થાય? One is ER and second one is peroxisome. So phytanic acid will be accumulated along with the very long chain fatty acid. VLCFA is very long chain fatty acid. Now case ma children છે ને survive ના કરી શકે, fine, because VLCFA will lead to mental retardation and some serious mental disorder. Now last is omega oxidation. તો અત્યાર સુધી આપણે કેટલા ટાઈપનો ઓક્સિડેશન ભણ્યા? Even chain beta oxidation, odd chain beta oxidation, alpha oxidation and omega oxidation. Omega oxidation is very minor pathway. It will be taking place in which organelles? Microsome, with the help of hydroxylase enzyme. પહેલામાં બી alpha hydroxylase હતું, અહીંયા omega hydroxylase. એનીમાં શું જરૂર પડશે? One is NADH, that is B3 vitamin coenzyme, and second one is cytochrome P450. These both things will be required. What it will be? It will generate. It generate dicarboxylic acid. Okay, it generate dicarboxylic acid. So in some conditions, okay, when there is a omega oxidation will be increased, dicarboxylic aciduria will be seen. Means dicarboxylic જે acid હોય એ urine માં જોવા મળશે એને કહેવાય dicarboxylic aciduria. That is non-clinical I'm sorry, it is not clinically important, okay, disorder, so you can avoid it. So આમાં તમારે શું યાદ રાખવાનું, it is a process in the microsome and require NADH and cytoprophy. So that's what we end with the beta oxidation. Okay, so that's it. You can write down your attendance. I think it is not required to write down attendance. Okay, that has been automatically done.